Alright, hey everybody, I'm back and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to bring you something new. It's going to be a new series on my channel called hashtag Food for Thought Fridays. Hashtag is not necessary, but Food for Thought Friday is. So what it's going to be is me just talking about random topics. It could be stuff in media that you learn in school, that I experience in my everyday life. It's just anything, anywhere, at any time that just is a topic or something I want to talk about that I want to expand on and make you guys think a little deeper or make you question like, why is that? So to kick off this new series, I'm going to be talking about something I heard some of my favorite podcasters say on their podcast. So the podcast I'm talking about is The Read. You can find this podcast at thisistheread.com. I highly suggest to check it out. It's hilarious, to give me life, and each is about anywhere ranging from 40 minutes to an hour long. So check it out. If you watch Kid Fury here on YouTube, I think that's his name on YouTube as well. He is a part of the duo for This Is The Read. It's Kid Fury and Crizzle, which is his friend, I believe, or something like that. Anyways, so I was listening to this, I think it was either yesterday or today, one of the 2 days, I don't know. But Crizzle said something in it that made so much sense to me. She said, something to the effect of, why do we call it reverse racism? Calling it reverse racism implies that racism is supposed to only work one direction, and racism is supposed to just be targeted towards like black people or people of color. Why do we call it reverse racism? It should just be called racism, because when you put reverse in front of anything, it means it's switched into a way that it's not supposed to go, and that implies that the racism being reversed towards white people is not natural, and that that's not how it's supposed to work. So I was just like, whoa, I never thought about that. So for me, now after her saying that, the term reverse racism seems very, very invalid. In my opinion, I do feel that reverse racism does not exist in general. So calling it reverse racism doesn't make sense. You shouldn't call it reverse racism. Instead, you should call it prejudice. And the reason I say this is because I do not feel that people of color, aka people who are not white, cannot enact racism. I do believe, however, before you like roll your eyes and be like, what? They can't enact racism? I do believe that people of color can be very prejudiced and bigoted and ignorant. They can be all those things. But racism, I do not believe that they can be. And the reason I think this is because racism has kind of a formula. And let me explain it to you. I pulled it up online, just a little... my teacher in school gave me like a really good formula for it, but I found something similar to it online, so I'll just read that to you. Racism exists when prejudice plus power combine to form social constructs, legislation, and widespread media bias to contribute to the oppression and rights and liberties of a group of people. So essentially what that means is racism equals prejudice plus power, and that forms different basically social constructs and institutions that keep racism intact. So this is the reason why I say racism cannot be enacted by people of color. People of color can be prejudiced, can be very prejudiced, and hold prejudiced views against white people that may seem like racism but are lacking the aspect of power, which do not make it racist, or do not make it racism. I know some people will probably not like or agree with that belief, but I definitely believe that. There's just a difference. If you're confused, that's for a whole nother video. Just let me know if you want me to explain that a little better. But anyways, I was just like, whoa! I never thought about it that way, and it was kind of crazy to me that if you just look aside from what I just said about racism and prejudice and that racism can't work backwards towards white people and blah blah blah. If you just overlook that and just look at the word racism, that should be the standard word. If you're gonna say that racism can go both ways, if you do believe that, then racism should just be the word, not reverse racism. What do you guys think about that? I would love to know your opinion. And I really hope I explained that well. My question to you guys is, what do you guys think about the use of the term reverse racism and why we use reverse racism and what it implies, you know? Anyways, what do you guys think about the term reverse racism? Do you think it's appropriate? Do you think it's accurate? Do you think that it makes any sense? So let me know what you think. Leave it down below. Leave me a comment. Please be cordial and appropriate. I know it's YouTube and people can get crazy, especially when anything about race is talked about. But just leave your comment and don't get nasty. Just tell me what you think about the word reverse racism. So I hope you guys got full off of Food for Thought Friday, and I shall see you guys next time. Until next week, peace.